The Nebula Awards are given each year by the science fiction and fantasy writers of America for the best science fiction or fantasy fiction published in the United States during the previous year. The award has been described as one of the most important of the American science fiction awards, and the science fiction and fantasy equivalent of the Emmy Awards. The Nebula Award for Best Short Story is given each year for science fiction or fantasy short stories published in English or translated into English, and released in the United States or on the Internet during the previous calendar year. A work of fiction is defined by the organization as a short story if it is less than 7,500 words. Awards are also given out for pieces of longer lengths in the novel, novella, and novelette categories. The Nebula Award for Best Short Story has been awarded annually since 1966. Nebula Award nominees and winners are chosen by members of the SFWA, though the authors of the nominees do not need to be a member. Works are nominated each year between November 15 and February 15 by published authors who are members of the organization, and the 6 works that receive the most nominations then form the final ballot, with additional nominees possible in the case of ties. Members may then vote on the ballot throughout March, and the final results are presented at the Nebula Awards ceremony in May. Authors are not permitted to nominate their own works, and ties in the final vote are broken, if possible, by the number of nominations the works received. Beginning with the 2009 awards, the rules were changed to the current format. Prior to then, the eligibility period for nominations was defined as 1 year after the publication date of the work, which allowed the possibility for works to be nominated in the calendar year after their publication and then reach the final ballot in the calendar year after that. Works were added to a preliminary ballot for the year if they had 10 or more nominations, which were then voted on to create a final ballot, to which the SFWA organizing panel was also allowed to add an additional work. During the 50 nomination years, 204 authors have had works nominated. 37 of these have won, including co-authors. One of these authors, Lisa Tuttle, refused her award, and in 1971 no winner was chosen as no award received the highest number of votes. Harlan Ellison has won 3 times out of 8 nominations, both the highest number of wins and the highest number of nominations of any author. 10 authors have won twice, with Karen Joy Fowler at 7 and Gardner Dozois at 6 having the next highest nomination count after Ellison. Michael Swanwick has the most nominations for short story without winning at 6, and Howard Waldrop and Gene Wolfe are next with 5 each. No other author has been nominated more than 4 times. Winners and nominees. In the following table, the years correspond to the date of the ceremony, rather than when the short story was first published. Each year links to the corresponding year in literature. Entries with a blue background and an asterisk next to the writer's name have won the award. Those with a white background are the other nominees on the shortlist. Entries with a grey background and a plus sign mark a year when no award was selected as the winner.